の時空旅行、
音楽で世界を救え。
笑いを収め。
Yeah, I mean, I love. I've had a really amazing time making the Bill and Ted films, and to do Face the Music was a really special opportunity. Not one that I thought might happen. It took a lot, over 8 years to get the film made. But it was. I was really excited about the chance to work with Alex again and to reprise the role, especially with something so unique as reprising a role 30 years later. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often, and so it was cool to have that experience.
No, because the way getting this film made went, we didn't really know we were going to make it until very close to when we actually started making it. So I think both of us were feeling, we'd made it clear that we were interested in doing it, and we just went on about our lives and didn't really even expect to be in production, almost right up until when we started. So the prep work began when we knew we were making the film, but up until then we were just like, hey, we think this thing's cool, but let us know when you're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what would Bill and Ted be like with the wonderful, amazing artists? Like, what if Willem Dafoe and Daniel Day-Lewis played Bill and Ted?
I think we've got a sequel idea. Now, that's a reboot I would watch. I would watch that reboot. I would. I think that look, I don't think anyone knows what makes something infectious or stay in the culture. It has to just have certain things that sparks the audience in a way. I think for us, for me, the scripts, the characters that Chris Matheson and Solomon created they're very fun to play. They're very fun to, this dialogue that's extremely well written, that's very fun to say. They're very physical. Keanu and I like working together. There's an aspect of physicality between us and sort of finishing each other's sentences. And I think that's fun, certainly fun for us to play. And hopefully that transfers to the audience. So, and then they always create really interesting ensembles of other casts around Bill and Ted. And so I think the worlds that the writers, it really starts with them, that they build are kind of fun gymnasiums for everyone to play in. I don't know.
I mean, I think, oh gosh, a favorite line. Just so chuffed. I mean, it was funny when Bill and Ted had English accents for a second.
Yeah.
And what was your line out of that one scene? I thought Dave Grohl was coming back this week. I told you.
I told you he was coming back this week.
Yeah, Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl makes an appearance, and I don't know. I just thought that. I mean.
Yeah, it was actually fun for us to actually, and I don't know when this is coming out because it's a bit of a spoiler, but it was fun for us to actually say, Dave Grohl! The words Dave Grohl are funny, and they're particularly funny in the mouths of Bill and Ted. And we were cracking ourselves up, literally just saying, Dave Grohl! We walked around the set all day going, Dave Grohl!
It's awesome. I think he's had the responsibilities of a family and the relationships with his wife and his daughter, and with his friendship, with Bill and his family. And I think he's grown up he didn't know about the pressures of growing up as a kid, and now he's experienced those, and I think it's weighing on him that there's a part of Ted that feels like he's letting people down, and I think, and it's only because he cares, and so that was one of the developments for the character.
I think that there's a kind of a clinging to the dream that we were going to fulfill this very specific destiny, even though all evidence is pointing to the contrary at the point that you meet us. There's a kind of eternal optimism that Bill and Ted have, and especially Bill has, that is just going to work itself out. It's just going to happen because Rufus told us it would happen, and because we've been invested all this time in fulfilling this destiny. So that's an aspect of the character that's not stunted, but is still kind of caught up in the past in that way. That was really fun to play from a comic standpoint. You know, being stuck on something is a fun thing to play.
But I mean, I guess that's one of the favorite lines too, is when Ted, because they go to family therapy, couples therapy, when Ted says to Bill, "But isn't that the problem?" And then Bill says,
"Yeah, but it's also the solution."
That might be my favorite exchange. From a thespian standpoint, I just want to like solve this whole like Shakespeare question. Did Shakespeare write the plays? Was it, you know, Edward de Vere? Like, what's going on here? Who wrote them, for God's sake? And I know that there was a group of people who wrote some of the plays, but the tragedies have a singular perspective and voice. So I'm going to go back in the past, and I'm just going to answer the Shakespeare question.
I just want to see King Lear done back in that era. So like I'm down, like Keanu can like be backstage figuring that out. I just want to be like in the front row having some mead and so a mutton leg and watching some King Lear.
Herbage.
I mean, how amazing would that be to see those actors? Anyway, yes.
Wild Stallion! Let's rock!
世界中を虜にしたワイルドスタリオンズ。しかしその興奮は時代とともに冷めていき
One, two, three, four.
すっかり落ちぶれた2人組ビルとテッド
Hey Dad, good luck on the song.
Why we gotta keep working?
そんな2人の前に
Greetings.
未来からの使者が現れた
Whoa!
Bill and Ted,
Yeah.
we need to hear the song. In 77 minutes, we'll save reality as we know it.
They totally hate us. Bill, my friend. Yes, Ted, my friend.
Dads are totally in trouble.
Show us how to use the booth.
時空を超えて史上最強のバンドを結成せよ
Both sides.
We're gonna go talk to Death. What's that?
果たして彼らは世界の危機を救えるのか
No, 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 no. In 7 minutes,
合言葉は
be excellent to each other. Party on. Let's rock!
ビルとテッドの時空旅行音楽で世界を救え
Let's go say hello to ourselves. Oh. Nurse! No way!
Hi guys, here's today's daily fact. Keanu Reeves has been known to take huge pay cuts for movies to help pay for alternative needs. But for The Matrix, he actually cut his paycheck by nearly $40 million just so the producers could afford better special effects. And it definitely worked out. Remember to click below to subscribe, and if you like my t-shirt, you can get one for yourself at the link in the description.